Hello, welcome back. And today we want to create a GA drawing from this simple model of elevated water tank. Now we'll just go straight away and to get started. I'll come to drawing. I'll double click on that. So under drawing, I'll double click on drawings manager and come here and click create drawing. Then I'll give my drawing a name, a GA. Maybe 005 like that, and select the paper size here, either landscape or portrait, and drawing type you can give it a drawing manager, and you can pick any of that. But in this particular drawing, this is our GA drawing, so I'll go ahead and click OK. So then once I click OK, you'll be able to see we have the dimension, we have the A2 landscape, still general arrangement, and if I close that now and confirm the closure, you can see we have the A2 paper size here. I can just click on the paper right there, and you can see we have the A2 here. I can go ahead and close that. Now I want to import or bring in my title block. I'll come to import here and pick on import DXF, and I have my title block already in place. So I'll come here under file name. I'll just click on that radio button there and try trace my title block where I have kept them. So I'm going to pick on A2 title block. I'll pick on that and click OK. So the moment I click OK, under layers, I'll have all those layers under my title block, and I'll click import and I'll click close. So the moment I click close, I'll be able to have my title block right in the wrong position right there. And how do you adjust that? We just play with this and play with that to reposition it, then click close. So the moment I click close, I'll be able to see my title block in place. Now I can just go ahead and start placing my elevations or my GA drawings. Now these I have the view line 1, view line 2, view line A and B. So I want to import all these views into my title block here. So I'll begin with view line 1. I'll right click and come to create viewport right there. And if I click on that, I'll be able to see I have my viewport in place. So I want to modify this because I'm not able to see everything in detail as it is now. So if I double click inside the viewport here, I'll be able to get this viewport property editor, and from here I'll go to filter. So this will help me to filter more views to bring forth some parts of the model or of my elevation that are hidden. So I'll play around with this section here. So under down negative, I can just add, I can go deep inside by that, and I'll be able to see I'll be able to see my cage ladder like that, and I'll be able to see that side, and everything is visible. If I go ahead and add depth of view, depth of view, and I'll be able to see everything from this section here. You can see we have everything in place. Perfect. I can always come here, maybe double click right there and come back and fit that. Fitting it means that you fit the viewport. So I can go ahead and close that. So I'm okay with that. I'll close that. Then I'll come to my next view line 2, then right click. So in this case, I want just to double click inside here and use this as my default, apply and give it an OK. Then if I zoom out, I have my first view right there. So I can always go ahead and maybe identify or avoid using the default labeling, and I can go ahead and customize my viewport labeling. I can come to labeling here and give it a different name right there. I go ahead and click OK. And only that comes only if you check this. If you check right, if you don't check right and click OK, that one will not appear. Just go ahead and click apply and give it an OK. Now let me pull in my second view from grid line 2. Let me right click and come to create viewport, and I have one in place here. So I'll just go ahead and double click inside the viewport and pick on the filtering, and I'll adjust my view depth to that, and I'll be able to see many sections or many parts of my my elevation from that angle. So I can go ahead and close that if I need, and come to view line A. I'll right click and come to create that, and I'll double click inside and come to filtering, and then adjust my view depth right there and click apply and give it an OK right here. So once I've done so, you can see there's some sections that I'm not able to see, but they're crucial, they're very important. Because yes, if you happen to be doing such drawings to a particular client, some more questions might follow because they're not able to see this. So to make other parts of this section to be visible, just double click inside the viewport here and come to filtering, then adjust your view depth right there, and maybe click OK. That's a deep view depth. I'll add another one there and click apply. And we have everything in place. You can see we have that in place. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start refining or adding some information here. So this was a view 2. So I'm going to double click inside here and come to view label and grid line. From grid line elevation 2, I'll add 2 there and click apply. Then I'll come here and double click there, and this one will be label fitting, and I'll come here and click label at grid line A, and click apply and give it an OK. So I'll add another grid line B. I'll come to grid line B and add another one. So we have this one in place, and we can double click on that and come to the label setting, and we can give that to label grid line B right there and click apply. Then we'll come to filtering, and under filtering we can adjust our view depth and click apply and give it an OK, so that if we zoom out we'll be able to see some sections, but some are hidden still. So I can double click again inside the viewport and adjust it from there upward, then click apply, and we have everything visible from that section. So you can always play around with the size of your viewport there. Just mouse over closer to the corner, and the moment you see that symbol, you can always readjust like that by left clicking and dragging to the position of your preference. So let me just mouse over at the corner there and drag, and mouse over at the corner there and drag, and mouse over at the corner there and drag downward. Now, the next, I'm going to place my plans at 1.5, negative 1.5. Let me just begin at negative 0, but negative 1.5 is also very critical. I'll just right click and come to viewport. So under viewport, I'll be able to bring this. I just double click inside and I'll click fit. I'll click fit and click close. I'll close that, and I'll try to just drag it so that it fits well and it looks nicer. So I'll just try and place that one there, and I'll come here and right click at plan 0 there and drag that and place it somewhere here, and I'll just try and minimize this window here. Let me just click elsewhere and drag so that I'll be able to get hold of that, then drag it upside like that and place it somewhere there. Now let's continue on the next presentation because we're just up on my limit time, and we'll proceed from this point, and let's meet then. Bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe on this channel, and also have a try and have a taste on how interesting COMOSYS is. Let's meet then. Bye bye.